Rediscovering Gita for the Modern World by Shrikant Soman. Based on essays on Gita by Sri Aurobindo. Chapter 13 continued. The Lord of the Sacrifice. Continued from the previous episode 86. The Problem of Action After Liberation. Current episode 87. Beyond the impersonal, the secret of the Purushottama. The Gita's affirmation of action and divine union. The true goal unifying with the Divine Lord. Key takeaways. Impersonality is a step, not the final goal. The passage clarifies that achieving an impersonal detached state, union with the Brahman, is an important step, but not the ultimate goal of liberation. It is the necessary stage before connecting with the Divine Lord. The Purushottama is the supreme secret. The ultimate reality is not just the impersonal self, but the Purushottama, a supreme divine being who is both impersonal and personal. He is the ultimate source and end of all action and existence. The divine is both impersonal and personal. We must first attain the impersonal self to shed our ego. After that we can see that all beings are also in the Divine Lord, who is the great impersonal person and the source of all individual personalities. The purpose of continued action, the Gita insists that there is a positive reason to continue working even after liberation. This continued action is a sacrifice offered to the Purushottama as part of a living union with him, not just a result of natural compulsion. Perfection is a living union with the divine. The true goal is to achieve a perfect living union with the Purushottama. This involves dedicating one's thoughts, actions and very being to him, moving beyond mere detachment to a state of complete love and delight in him. It's possible to think that after gaining knowledge, Arjuna should either continue fighting or become a sannyasin, ascetic. This view would mean his choice doesn't matter. Or perhaps, becoming a sannyasin is better. This would help him shed his old habits. When he dies, he could go to the infinite and not return to this transient and sorrowful world. The true purpose of the Gita. If this were true, the Gita would lose its meaning, but the Gita insists that the nature of an action does matter. There is a positive reason to keep working. The impersonal Brahman is not the final word. The highest secret is a divine being, who is both impersonal and personal. God is an infinite being who reveals himself in the finite. He is the great impersonal person. All personalities are just parts of him. He is the divine Lord in the heart of man. Knowledge helps us see all beings in the one impersonal self. This frees us from our ego. Then, through this impersonality, we see them in God. Our ego limits us from seeing the divine in everyone. We must reach him through the infinite part of our being. This is the self that is one in all. This infinite self contains all finite things. The impersonal self accepts all personalities. The immobile self supports all of nature's movement. This self is a clear mirror for the divine. So we must first attain the impersonal. We cannot get perfect knowledge of God through only the cosmic gods. But the silent, unchanging self is not the whole truth either. To see that, we must look to the Purushottama. He possesses both the unchanging Akshara and the changing Kshara. He is in the stillness, but also acts in all of nature. Even after liberation, the sacrifice of works continues to be offered to him. Union with the divine. The real goal is a living union with the divine Purushottama. It is not just merging into the impersonal being. The goal is to raise your whole life to the divine. You must dwell in him. You must become one with him. Your nature should reflect his perfect nature. Your thoughts should be inspired by divine knowledge. Your actions should be moved by the divine will. You must lose all desire in his love and delight. This is man's perfection. It is the highest secret. It is the true goal of human life. It is the highest step in our progressive sacrifice of works. For he remains the master of all works and the soul of all sacrifice. With this episode 87, we are concluding chapter 13, the Lord of the Sacrifice. From next episode 88, we will start with a new chapter 14, the gist of the Karma Yoga.